Tell the audience what you're drinking, though.
So I'm drinking a NOS Energy today.
Yeah.
This is GT Grape.
There's nothing more American than NOS Energy.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm that dude that I've been avoiding child support by working odd jobs and not claiming taxes, and had to stop in the store to pick up my NOS Energy drink.
Yeah, you're buying a carton of smokes a week, but you can't afford to pay your baby mama.
That's right, dude. That's how it's horrible. It's not that good. So it was between this, like we walked in the grocery store and it's like Ghost Energy, C4 Energy, you know, all the good shit.
Yeah, the
glimmering. I mean, even the White Monster, you're like, ooh. And then down here in the bottom corner, it was Full Throttle and NOS. And I was like, and the Full Throttle one had like the American Eagle on it with like the, it made me feel like I needed to be in bedazzled jeans, you know, like wearing an Affliction shirt, a UFC Affliction shirt. And I picked up the Full Throttle and I was like, I'm doing a review on this one, right? Definitely. And then I turned the can around and I was like, 280 calories. It's like, get the fuck out of here. So NOS is... Oh, fuck.
How many calories is NOS?
I thought this was 5 calories. It's 210 calories.
Damn, and it doesn't taste that good.
It tastes like shit. That's going in the garbage. I'm sorry. What the fuck?
Sad. NOS hasn't changed since 2000.
210? Dude. I thought it said 5. I don't know what the hell I looked at.
Yeah, there's no 5 on that. It's just
no 5. Where did I even read 5? That is some bullshit. God damn, that's
just
horrible.
Looks all right, gross.
It's horrible. It's horrible. And then it's got they try and French it up on the front by Complex 6. It's a trademarked version of taurine, vitamin B6, caffeine, guarana, and inositol, vitamin B12. That's not a trademarked ingredient. It's just some vitamins and caffeine. Like these motherfuckers probably don't even tell you how much caffeine's in here, do they? They don't. God damn shady lady. 55 grams of carbs, 52 grams of sugar.
That's ridiculous.
Holy fuck. What did I do? Ooh, damn it, I gave you my one fucking Ghost.
I'm not giving back my Tang, dude.
I know, I'm looking around. I have nothing else
You have nothing to sip on.
God damn it, I got some liquid glycerol up there. I'll just start drinking that.
Dude, this Tang's pretty good, actually. Shout out to Ghost Orange Squeeze.
I'm so mad. Yeah, so Ghost, they just came out with those, like real popular for the energy drinks, but now they're getting into the hydration market, so something very similar to like Gatorade, but with 0 sugars. NOS, take note, no sugars. 52 grams of sugar?
Dude, they haven't changed their formula again since 1999, dude. Once they came out, they're like, fuck it.
Full steam.
If it's not broke, don't fix it, baby.
God damn it. Well, it's got to be broke because I looked up. I was just curious. It's like, what percentage of the energy drink market, which is exploding, does NOS own? 2%.
Yeah.
2%.
That's actually pretty good, though.
That is pretty. I mean, for how big the industry is, it's good. But like you said, if they could evolve and maybe change the branding and change their name and change their formula.
Nah, dude. They're in a specific market. They got it locked down.
That's right.
For all my NASCAR fans out there.
You know, there's some good NASCAR fans out there, too, but I bet you there's NASCAR fans that hate NOS, too. It's got to be, right?
Probably.
Because I like some NASCAR fans. I don't like NOS.
No, I fucking hate NOS. You know, in like the old rock stars, too, like the sugar rock stars, always tasted like ass.
Oh, yeah.
Until they came out with the sugar-free stuff.
That's where it's at, man.
It's all the artificial stuff. I like the art because they can fucking make it in a lab, dude. They know what tastes good.
Man, let me tell you, people are going to get on their sucralose kick and fuck you.
Well, if you have any question about sucralose, please reach out to John. He's on TikTok or Instagram. He'd love to talk to you about how terrible it is and how it should be in no supplements. And if your supplement does have sucralose, throw it in the garbage.
Yep, your intestines will explode.
You're going to die immediately.
Speaking of NASCAR, do you ever watch like Formula One Drive to Survive on Netflix?
No, I haven't, but I know a lot of people that have gotten into it. Like my sister's gotten real into it, and we never watched like NASCAR or Formula One, but she fucking loves it.
Yeah, I want to go to F1 races now, just because of the series. And they showed the one they were just in Vegas last year. They're coming back in November. I'm gonna see if I can. Last year the tickets were fucking ridiculous, but it's the first go around for Vegas. But watching the videos, like how big of a show they put on in Vegas, like holy shit, like how much money they dumped into building the track and stuff.
Yeah.
But these guys were flying down the roads, and they were on roads that literally like 2 hours beforehand had buses and tourists on these roads, and then they lock the roads down. F1 cars are flying down them, right? Because they drove down part of the strip. That was the straightaway.
That's so cool.
Strip. They were going so fucking fast that not the manhole covers, but the there were caps. Yeah,
pothole covers.
Pothole covers.
Yeah.
Boom, would fly up. In fact, it wrecked one of the F1 cars. An F1 car flew over it, going so fast, rumbling the car, the pothole, boom, up underneath. You see the back end of the F1 car, bow. Dude was like, what the fuck was that? The driver had no clue. It was, and they panned back. It was the pothole cover. Came up out of the ground, fucking ejected, hit the underneath of the car, and just destroyed it. God, like he's lucky he wasn't, severely injured.
They didn't think about that, obviously.
No,
like,
but it's like holy shit! Like how fast are these cars going?
How fast are they going?
Oh, they 200, 200 plus,
200 plus, yeah.
But and just the roar of the engines and the rumble and the vibration from potholes.
How loud it is too.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. I want to go see one. But
how much Adderall do you think those guys are on? Or women? Is there any women in F1 racing?
No, they said that I think they're approaching their first one. There's one that's in like the lower league that's doing real well. And because dude, that's like a no bullshit nonsense sport.
Oh, they take it. Yeah, they're for real.
Like you're fucking, you don't perform, you're out. Like they don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Like you get literally like a season is, I forget how many races. I think it's 15.
I don't know. I'm not read up at all.
There's like a rookie, and you figure your rookie needs some time to adjust. No, they throw a rookie in the car. Like in this season, there was a dude that made it 3 races. Like, get the fuck out. Yeah.
Who's the best F1 racer in the world? Like, is there anyone that's like the Patrick Mahomes of F1 racing?
Patrick Mahomes.
Dude, he's the best. I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole.
Tom Brady. The Tom Brady.
Patrick Mahomes is going to beat Tom Brady. He's going to. I'm telling you, they're going to win the Super Bowl again this year and next year, and then a year after that, because Taylor Swift, the witch, is going to cast her spell on him. Make it happen. But do you know?
Yeah. So in F1, it was the guy that drove for Mercedes. I can't even remember his name, but and he was really good. Yeah. And then Team Red Bull started dominating, and it's now Max Verstappen. That's his name.
Is he American?
No, he's like Swedish.
The majority of people are like
Finnish.
Swedish, are they European Finnish. And
yeah, there's some American drivers. They come from all over. Okay. So that's why it's interesting, like watching these shows, because you got some guys from France, some guys that are Italian, some guys from Spain. You got they're from all over.
Yeah.
But it's just a good show, man. It's like intense, and these guys will like get in fights and shit. Races. Like someone will hit another, and some of the teams, like they don't even get along that well, like the team, because it's 2 car drivers per each team.
Okay.
And they're supposed to help each other out on the track, and like Red Bull does really good at that. Like when Max gets to the front, Carlos Sainz, who's with him, will always like kind of defend him, because those guys are always at the front, so they don't battle for first. Like if it's always like Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, the 2 Red Bull drivers, and they're always like first, second, but they don't battle each other. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but like, is it one person usually first and then the other person second, or do they flip flop?
Yeah.
Like,
or just it depends on their strategy, right? Okay. Because there's also the Constructor Cup, where it's like they're both focused on the team. The team needs to win the Constructors Cup, but then you have the championship. Whoever is the best driver for the entire season gets the head championship, right? Mm-hmm. So if Max Verstappen, if he's like in the running for the championship and Carlos Sainz isn't, then Carlos is going to back off and.
Gotcha.
Like there's no reason for him.
Sense.
Like
that makes sense.
But other guys that are race teams, they'll battle each other, and like they'll end up wrecking both their cars, and then that doesn't do the team any good. And then the team principal, it's so crazy.
This is
the wild. Team principal would be pissed off and like be yelling at both of them because like they end up wrecking both of their cars and nobody finishes, and it means no points for the team, and then the principal gets fired. You have to watch it.
Sounds cutthroat, dude.
It's so cutthroat, and I love it. That's why it's so intense. Like every episode, you're like on edge. You're like, oh fuck, this dude's getting fucked. Is
Is this on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. Yeah, you have to watch it. There's like 6 seasons. It's really good.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Really good. Yeah.
It sounds really good, dude.
But anyway, so I've become like an F1 fan.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm drinking Nos now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go watch an F1. But dude, last year it was $3,500 a ticket.
Plus the hotel rooms were like, what, at least $1,000?
Yeah, everywhere where hotel rooms were normally like $80 a night, they were charging like $1,100 a night.
Yeah.
So it's like super expensive. But I think it's, it's like, man, that's the other thing I realized. I have money set aside, and it's like I'm not doing anything with it. I don't know why I'm saving it for a rainy day. I don't know if you saw there was another bank collapse in New York, and all these people are like struggling to get their money out. It's like, man, like, why am I holding on to all this money? What am I saving for? I need to start enjoying some of the world.
Yeah, because we don't know how long we have left.
What does that mean?
What? No, I'm just kidding. We don't know how long That's so dark. That's so dark. I'm not saying, like, go to your bank, take out all your money, spend it on
not saying
hookers and blow.
Definitely. Well,
wait a second.
That's something I haven't done yet.
Yeah.
But no, I really, dude, I need to go like experience some shit.
I feel you.
Like, where have you been? I've been to Afghanistan 3 times.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've been to Mexico, but yeah, now I need to go. Like, I want to go to Europe. I want to go to like Switzerland. I want to go to. Where do you want to go?
Where do I want to go? I have Italy. My lineage is from Italy, which would be sick. Cool. I would also like to go see in Poland to go see the concentration camps, Auschwitz. I want to go see that. I like World War II. Ugh. Yeah, I like that stuff.
I don't know if I'd like that.
I heard it's like really.
Yeah, that'd be really depressing.
Yeah,
like even going to see Pearl Harbor, they take you through these different things, and there were a couple of them that like got me. Like I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I saw.
Just kind of puts you in the emotion of everything that happened there. It's almost like you can feel it.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't like it.
No.
I mean, I like going to Pearl Harbor, but there were a couple parts of it that just got me like all teary-eyed. Like it really like it hits home, and you're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, the air was heavy there.
Yeah.
No one really talked because I went there last year, year and a half ago.
Quiet.
It was quiet. No one really talked very much. You're just kind of walking around because there's different museums, which was cool. There's like the submarine museum, then there's the actual like Pearl Harbor museum that walks you through the events from prior all the way up to Pearl Harbor to after, and then you can go and look over Pearl Harbor, and they will show you, like, did you end up going on the boat to go out to see the,
we went on the boat, then went out there to see it, but it was shut down for, it was doing some sort of maintenance. So we couldn't actually go to it, but they kind of took us by it so we could see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that would have been heavy for me too. I'm glad we didn't get to go on that memorial. I don't think I would have liked it.
No?
I think it would have just got me too emotional, Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so I'd like to go. No, I didn't. It was really, really hot that day.
Yeah.
And I was like, we just walked around and went to the museums and stuff. We stayed for
Did you go in the subs?
No.
They had subs over there you could go in, and it was like, oh, God.
I'm real claustrophobic. I don't know if I could do it.
That's what was crazy. Like, I'm not super claustrophobic, but you get in there and you realize how cramped it is. And it's like, how long were these guys in this thing for? Like, there's no way I could have done that for that long. Like, it was crammed.
No, I give props to those submariners, dude. You got to be a different breed of human to want to go into that tube and go underwater, and stay underwater for days on end, have no service.
Yeah.
There's they can't really I've watched videos of submarines and there's like a little bike you can go on to work out and like a couple dumbbells or whatever, but that's it, you know, and you're underwater. So, I mean, they make good money for being in the military.
Do they?
Yeah. It's like they get special pay to go. Yeah.
Nah, not worth it.
Fuck no, dude. For me. Fuck that, dude. I'm underwater. You don't know where I'm at all times. Like, I can't text you. I know that's a fucking 21st century problem, but
right.
It's still
right.
Yeah.
I still need that connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. What?
None.
Oh. Okay.
So, you brought up. Looks like we're going to build a port over in Gaza.
Yeah, we're funding both sides of the war now, so that's kind of cool. Dude, like we've,
I just don't understand You're right. We're funding both sides. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And then Biden sounds so goddamn wishy-washy on everything. Like on his announcement he made the other day, he was like, we'll always support Israel. We'll back Israel 100%. There'll never be a point where we disconnect from them.
Yeah.
We got their back. Yeah. 100%. 100%. Well, if the prime minister of Israel decides to invade Rafah, that's our red line. Then they're going to have conflict between us and them. There will be consequences to pay. It's like, wait, which one is it? You back them 100%, there's nothing, or now there's a red line? Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Drives
me absolutely insane.
Sounds like a politician. One day you're this way, the other day
he
you're
did it in
way,
2 sentences. It's like on this sentence, I'm 100% here, and in this sentence, well, I'm not 100% here.
Yeah, he did the State of the Union address a couple days ago, and dude, whatever they gave him, like, to get him up, good for them, dude. Because he was like, they're giving him a cocktail of things to, like, keep him, like, to be able to talk. Like, definitely.
A cocktail?
Oh, yeah, dude. What? His doctor is loading him up with stuff.
Was he talking?
He was like, decently, as good as he can be at this point, Oh. But, like, I
didn't watch it.
Yeah, they're definitely giving him, like, a serum, like, of Adderall and some uppers, dude. Got to get him up, dude.
So, interesting statistic.
Okay.
This presidential race, because now it's, all right, Trump won Super Tuesday, so it's pretty much Trump versus Biden.
Yeah, Nikki Haley dropped. Don't forget about JFK Jr.
Well, what's going to happen? Where the fuck is he at?
He's independent. He's running independent.
All right, then he needs to start standing up and making some bold statements or something, because he's not even being covered.
Well, you can't, dude. That's the thing. That's the fucked up thing about our democracy right now, is that if you're not Republican or you're not Democratic, you don't get publicity. Like, there's not, like, they don't back you. They don't push you. There's no, you're not on TV.
Yeah.
You're not on Fox. You're not on CNN.
You're not on the
You're
debates.
Just buried, dude. You're buried.
That sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that today. Like, we definitely need a third stronger candidate in here. But between President Biden and ex-President Trump, this election will be the oldest combined age of opposers ever, right? They set the record for the oldest candidates running for. They beat it by a whopping total of 8 years. They set the record by 8 years.
Great. And
Do you know who the record was before them?
For the oldest candidates ever?
Yeah.
2 opposing candidates?
Yeah. They broke the record by a total combined of 8 years.
I'm like is it like a long time ago?
It was themselves 4 years ago. These are the oldest candidates. Two elections running. Fuck.
Sorry, I said.
And they set the record then.
I said JFK earlier. It's RFK. I wish it was JFK, but JFK.
I didn't even catch it. You said.
Yeah, I caught myself. I'm like, JFK Jr., what the fuck? Yeah, dude, that's like, there's no other. I get it, like, but there's no other people that we can fucking vote for or elect. Like, we're going back to Trump versus Biden, round 2.
Round 2.
This is what America has come to,
and it's become so like. It reminds me of like a Jake Paul fight where they're just hyping it up too, and Trump's like, I can't wait to get there and tell Joe Biden, you're fired. and then he's like, and I want it televised. I want to debate with Joe Biden. You tell him where to show up, and
you
tell this man where to show up, and I'm going to debate him. And then they go to Joe Biden and they're like, Joe, are you going to take him up on this offer? He's like, well, I don't know. I don't know if he'll be able to behave himself.
Yeah.
I was like, shut the fuck up.
But they're not doing debates.
Right.
They're not going to do debates.
Right. So why the fuck are you guys even having this conversation? Like, they're trying to hype it up. Like I said, like it's some, fucking influencer boxing match.
Dude, it's all fucking...
Speaking of which...
It's just frustrating, dude. It frustrates me. What, are you going to talk about the Paul versus Tyson?
Did you see that shit?
Good for dude. Dude, that's awesome. Like, every time I think, like, the Pauls are so decisive, but they're making so much fucking money, so it doesn't matter, dude.
Doesn't matter.
And like that he could get Mike Tyson to sign up to be like, yo, let's box. Like, good for him, man.
You know, Mike Tyson has been the biggest Paul supporters.
Yeah.
He loves the Paul brothers. Like, he even stated, because people are like, what do you think? Because all these boxers like, these guys don't belong in the sport.
Yeah.
And they asked Mike Tyson, what are your thoughts? He's like, I love these guys. He's like, what they're doing for the sport is amazing.
Amazing.
He's true. He's like, before the Paul brothers, boxing was dying.
Yeah.
And now that the Paul brothers are in it, he's like, they're revitalizing the sport. They're bringing it back to life.
I'm sure that they had to sit down. Dude, it's a business decision. Mike Tyson's what, 56 years old?
56.
But goddamn, have you watched his training lately?
Scary as fuck.
Ooh, baby.
He's still got it. And he's got power. He's got fucking, like, his punches look vicious.
I think this might be the most viewed boxing match. I think this is going to be over the Conor McGregor match.
I think
it's a business 100%. Decision, dude, of course.
I mean, it's going to be on Netflix.
Oh, so is that what they're playing? They're putting it. It's going to be live on Netflix?
100%. So it'll be the most viewed.
Oh, it's going to be the most ever.
And Netflix
probably
is
ever.
Trying to plant their foot in the sports industry to say, look, we can fucking do this. Like,
oh, yeah.
Bring your sporting
It's going to be like
stuff.
the Amazon, like, you know how Amazon does the live Thursday Night Football now? I'm sure Netflix will get a little something going.
So Netflix has already done it a couple times. They did the Chris Rock comedy special live.
Yeah.
And then there was another event they did live too. Oh, it was it was a PGA event they did live. So they're trying to show like
break in. They have the capital. They 100%. Have the market space. This is going to be the biggest one ever. How much money do you think they're making?
Oh, I don't even know.
How much do you think Mike signed for this?
Oh my God, millions and millions. It would have to be millions. Like,
it would have to be. It'd have to be, right? He wouldn't put his name. He wouldn't sign his name on the line if he was. And he's not going to fucking not train hard. Like, he's not going to just pussyfoot it around this shit. You know? But also, he doesn't want to make a fool out of himself.
Yeah.
Because it's Mike Tyson, dude. It's his legacy. Like, if he came out and was it Jake Paul that's fighting him?
Yeah.
And Jake Paul fucking knocked him out round one.
I'm
just saying, like,
if it did.
I'm just saying, like, Mike Tyson wouldn't sign, like, if there was any doubt in his mind.
Right.
To ruin his legacy.
So that's what I was trying to also find out is I couldn't find anywhere because I started researching. There's nowhere where it cements what the rules are of the fight. Like, is this a true 12-round fight?
I'm sure it's
or is it an exhibition match? If it's an exhibition match, then it's like, fuck. It's going to be garbage. But I take that back. It might not be because Tyson signed an exhibition match between him and Roy Jones Jr. You saw that fight?
No.
How long ago was this? A couple years ago.
Okay.
And I think it was during one of Jake Paul did an undercard fight for that.
Okay.
But it was it was supposed to be an exhibition match. They were only supposed to go 80%. But you put Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson in the ring together. No, like they would start going, and the ref had to tell them to chill out a couple times, and they got after it.
Yeah, I doubt that it'd kind of be shitty if it was an 80%.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna watch it.
I'm going to. I mean, shit,
Mike fucking Tyson, dude.
Yeah.
But dude, it's the bet. Like, dude, it's so smart. Like, it's these motherfuckers that hate Jake Paul. Right? That are the haters that are like, Mike Tyson's going to beat the fuck out of him. I got to watch it. Mm-hmm. And on the same token, it's like the Paul people that are like, yo, he's legit. Like, he's going to get after Tyson, you know?
Yeah.
So it's fucking best of both worlds, dude. Yeah. It's fucking awesome. I saw that. I was like, good for them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not hating on it.
Good.
I'm not hating on it.
Fight.
Yeah. Did you watch the fights last night?
No.
I didn't either.
No. Sugar Sean?
Yeah.
I don't even know who won. So
I think Sugar Sean lost.
No, he did?
I think so.
Oh,
look
shit.
Look it up.
Sugar Sean O'Malley. No, he wins decision.
He won. Okay, 5. Never mind. See, dude, I don't know.
Just Sean O'Malley and Cheeto Vera. So Cheeto Vera is a pretty vicious fighter too, but
yeah, he's never gotten knocked down.
Knocked down?
Yeah, in a fight.
I didn't know that. Yeah, so Sugar Sean wins by decision. Whoop whoop.
Good for him. America.
So what else is going on, brother? What are we talking about today?
Dude, did I tell you? I gotta tell you, dude. So, for my graduate class, I have to interview. a therapist. Mm-hmm. And I heard some rumblings that there's a paranormal therapist in Boise. Ooh. Who does people that have dealt with paranormal activity and have PTSD and have been abducted by aliens. I was got to
wait, paranormal. So I was thinking like ghosts.
Ghosts, yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So if like
paranormal and aliens?
And aliens.
Yep. Twofer.
A twofer. I was like, I need to get a hold of this person.
You got a hold of her?
I called her.
Yeah.
Yeah? And she was like, yeah, come in and interview. I'm not like, I'll talk about whatever you want.
Did you already interview her?
Yeah. 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I sat down with her for 3.5 hours and talked to her. And the majority of the time wasn't the questions that I was supposed to ask her because I was so interested on like what was going on.
Yeah. Like the outer worldly stuff.
Yeah. And like everything that she deals with and why she got into this. And so I guess when she was younger, she got abducted by aliens. And that's kind of what started her paranormal. And she couldn't find a therapist that would talk to her or help her with her experiences because everyone thought it was bullshit. So she ended up becoming a therapist herself, and now she has clientele. She's going to do her PhD in therapy work, and her thesis is on people that have been abducted by aliens and have psychic abilities. And she said that she has interviewed 15 people that fall into that category.
How many people?
She's full, dude. She's fucking full. She has no room for clients right now.
What?
Yeah. There's that many people in the Boise area that either...
Just in Boise?
Yeah, just in Boise, dude. She's like a very niche. Like there's no other people, she was telling me, and I looked it up too. There's no other therapists in Boise that do this work. And she said that she gets 80% of her people word of mouth just from people that have gone to her. And yeah, the majority of her clients are either like see paranormal, like see ghosts and like have PTSD from paranormal ghosts or have been abducted by aliens and need like help.
So I'm sure she didn't give you any specific examples of different experiences people have had?
She gave me experience of her own. She couldn't it's confidentiality, right, so she couldn't give. So we skirted that line, but she told me her own experience of when she was a kid. She woke up in her bed and looked out the hallway and saw this little figure, more or less, this little creature. And it was one of the gray aliens, she said, that was like looking at her in her bedroom or in her hallway. And she put basically 2 and 2 together, and these experiences kept on happening with like orbs coming around her. And so, yeah, she ended up thinking or believing that she'd been abducted by aliens. So, yeah, now she helps people through hypnosis and like, what's that one movie? The really freaky fucking movie, the alien movie where they're in like they're with a psychologist and they're putting him through hypnosis and they're reliving being abducted by aliens. You ever watch that? It's up in Alaska. Yeah, dude, that movie fucking freaks me out.
It's a movie?
It's supposed to be like real footage of this person going into a psychologist and going under hypnosis and reliving their abduction. I forget what the movie's called, but yeah, basically she does the same stuff.
No shit.
Yeah. So she does hypnosis and she does regression therapy, which regression therapy is fucking wild, dude.
What's regression therapy?
So regression therapy is a form of hypnosis, but you're under for like 5 hours. And there's a couple ways of doing it, but the one main thing is they believe that your trauma is based upon like generations of trauma. So not only are you carrying your own trauma from your own self, like throughout your life, but genetically you're carrying trauma from your whole lineage down. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to deal and heal trauma from your lineage. And it takes that long to like get into the subconscious to deal with. Dude, it's great. It's real, like real stuff that's going on. And it sounds fucking crazy. Yeah. Right? It sounds like...
So your BS meter wasn't going off, like, talking to her? Like, she's just like... I'm sure, like you said, like, she's...
I can't not. And, like, being a therapist, you're not there to judge your people, right, dude. I can't, like, you can... there's going to be some people that come in and that right off the bat you're going to be like, yeah, they have borderline disorder, or yeah, they're a narcissist. Like they have, schizophrenia, right? That's like one of the big things that people think about. But other times, like, I'm not here to fucking judge you. I'm just here to like work on your problems. I'm not here to change your mind of what you believe or what you don't believe. I'm just here to help you deal with whatever it is that you want me to, more or less. Like, what are your goals? Okay, you believe that you've been abducted by aliens. Okay, let's work on your trauma. Let's try to get your fight or flight, like that reaction in your brain to stop pinging every time you think of this, So it's like working on that issues. I'm not here to try to tell you that your experiences are wrong. So it was a really crazy conversation, really crazy rabbit hole.
Dude.
But yeah, she's telling me again, like she's full. She booked full.
Booked full.
For paranormal and alien activity.
God.
Yeah, it was pretty nutty, dude.
How old is she?
45. And she's just started doing therapy when she was 40. She just became a therapist. She was a sales. She said her life, she gets like premonitions, she says. Like she gets like, she's got like psychic abilities, she says. So she always had the assumption that something was going to happen when she was 40 years old. Like she was a saleswoman since she was like 20 until she was 40. And then she had this premonition that something big was going to happen when she was 40 and it was going to change her life. Well, she got in a car accident. Someone rear-ended her and it fucked her all up, but she ended up getting a big settlement out of it. And she ended up like quitting her saleswoman's job to travel to Europe. And while she was traveling to Europe, she figured out that she wanted to be a therapist. So she applied. And while she was in Europe, she fucking got approved and was in. So she became a therapist. So it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, because I guess it would be like if you were abducted by aliens or you did have PTSD from ghost interactions, even seeing a normal therapist, like you want to specifically join therapy because you want to help soldiers, right?
Yeah, veterans first responders, or children of like sexual abuse.
And obviously that's stuff you all have experience in.
Yeah.
And same thing where if you went to see a normal therapist, if you'd been abducted or whatever, it's going to be hard for that normal therapist. Like you said, they could listen, they can help you with your problems, but it's a little bit more difficult if they have no experience.
Background in it.
Right.
Yeah. Even when you're supposed to be non-judgmental and whatnot, there might be therapists that are like,
well, but even if they did believe, like if they've never been in that type of situation, it's like how are they going to help
people that have been in that situation, regardless of what that situation is?
Right.
Yeah. No, I agree. And sometimes there is like that situation is just fucking crazy. I go back and forth because I think there are benefits to having like going to a therapist that have been in your shoes, like being a soldier or being a first responder and like knowing the lingo and being there and doing that. But at the same time, I do think there are also benefits to someone that is outside of that, fresh eyes that have maybe different set of skills that they're going to push on you that a therapist that was just in your shoes might not see that because they're only seeing it from your point of view.
Right.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Crazy.
It is.
Crazy. If she's here in Boise, it makes me wonder how many other therapists are like this too that deal in the specifics.
Paranormal, yeah.
Yeah.
And she does like
all throughout the country.
Yeah, and she does a lot of like she's Eastern religion, so like a lot of like Buddhism and that kind of stuff too, which is interesting. A lot of meditation, that kind of stuff. So, it was fascinating.
That is fascinating.
It's fucking fascinating. And it's fascinating that there's so many people that have these experiences that she's booked full.
Yeah. God, I wish we could
get her on the podcast.
I know she wouldn't be able to, but
she
it'd be cool to have.
She wouldn't be able to.
It would be cool to have.
It would just be a clash of confidentiality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is cool, man.
Yeah.
What else you got?
And then, dude, went to fucking Stacy Burr seminar yesterday, and if you don't know who Stacy Burr is, she's a fucking animal, to say the least.
Where was she at?
Volition brought her in to do just a strength seminar. It was a lot. The majority of the time was actually on mindset, which is interesting. Like, what does it take to be a world champion?
So tell the people, who is Stacy Burr?
Yeah, Stacy Burr is a power lifter. Her last competition was in 2019, and she broke her weight class's world record at what did she weigh in? She weighed in at 147, and she squatted. Dude, it just sounds fucking ridiculous. 565 pounds, 300. She benched 320 pounds, and she deadlifted 550 pounds.
Holy shit!
She's 5'2".
5'2", 140.
Just a fucking animal, a fucking animal. So it was awesome to hear her come in, and she talked about her background and what, you know, like, I think for a lot of people, when you talk to a lot of people that are world champions or have been doing something like pro athletes, like, they're all very similar in their mindset, you know, and they're like a little different, dude. Like, they're just fucking driven beyond belief. And sometimes it's like they were just born with it, dude, you know?
Yeah.
Like the David Goggins type figure, like, but she was just telling us about some different things, how we can create a better space for ourselves, or we can have like a champion mindset, how to become a champion. That was her like talk, more or less. And I liked a couple of her points that she was talking about, especially she does a lot of self-talk, and she does a lot of like manifesting, but also like journaling and trying to switch up. A lot of people talk negatively about themselves. Like, their self-talk is fucking negative, dude. And it bleeds into, like, it becomes who you are. Like, if you say that stuff enough, like, that shit becomes who you are.
Right. It's like you're manifesting it.
Yeah, right? As I don't know, as hippie as that sounds, like, it's true, though.
It is.
You know? And she just talks about kind of changing your vocabulary to, like, can, am, and will. And also being realistic about your goals. But just changing up little things, like not being negative about yourself, and just changing up your mental self-talk about that.
Yeah.
And then she also talked about, like, how important fucking environment is around you, like the people that you hang out with. I think people forget that. And she really harped on, like, dude, if they're not doing anything for you, or if they're bringing you down, like, you need to cut that tie, you know? As hard as it might be, like, it doesn't matter. You know, and she was real. She's like, if that's your fucking wife or your husband, and she's like, they're fucking pulling you under, like, cut the tie. Straight up. Interesting. And then just talking about persistence, and then we went into the powerlifting aspect of things, but I just thought it was interesting because she talked about how she decided she was going to be a world champion, and I forget what her tattoo said, but she got it tattooed, like, best in the world. And people thought she was fucking nuts because she never did anything prior to that. Mm-hmm. And she was talking about what it takes to become a world champion. Like, people say they want to be the best in the world, or, like, to do this. Like, something that's so far-fetched that, like, only one person out of a million people are going to do this, right? And what it takes. And she's just talking about, yeah, for 5 years, like, I left my home in Carolina and fucking moved to Florida, and that was it. All I did was train, sleep, eat. Like, she did a little bit of personal training just to pay for, like, her rent, but that was it. Mm-hmm. She's like, for fucking 5 years, I grinded. Like, I sacrificed relationships. I sacrificed everything to do this, and people don't realize that's what it fucking takes. People just throw that word around like, I want to be the best in the world, or I want to break this record, and they're like, do you understand what it takes? Shit ain't easy.
Right.
It's going to take everything, all the sacrifice, dude. So,
right. You have to be able to do the 1% more than anybody else.
She's like, I had a bedtime. I went to sleep every night at this time, every single night for 5 fucking years. I didn't miss a lift. I didn't miss a workout in 5 years. I didn't miss a meal in 5 years. It's like, I didn't go out. I didn't drink. I didn't do any of that. hey, you want to go bowling? No, I can't because I might hurt my arm. Like, it does sound fucking crazy, but that, like,
yeah.
If you want to be the best, and that's also the caveat to that. Like, if you think you want to be the best in business, like, there's motherfuckers out there that are doing this right now for business, for whatever, like, field you're in. If you want to be an accountant, there's crazy motherfucking accountants that are doing this, that, like, that's their life, right? Their life. Like, that's you against them.
Yep. Dude, yeah, it makes sense. And I'm just looking at her profile here. So her profile pic actually shows her.
Yeah, she did in the bodybuilding show.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's just her personality.
So she's did bodybuilding. And
she reminds me of Carly.
Just
like
focused as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, but she looks like in the like videos and pictures, she looks like she's 6 feet tall. But yeah, you meet her and she's 5'2". 5'2", 140 pounds. Fucking squatted 500 pounds. 500 fucking pounds, dude.
That's insane.
And you know what she said? And it was interesting. She was like, yeah, there was women that were stronger than me for sure. Like at the comp, like she was like, I just had a better mindset. Like I went in the comp and she was like, I knew I was going to win. I knew I was going to beat these women. Like that's what separated me was mindset.
Yeah.
She's like, I did everything right. I dialed everything right. There was not a day that went by that I did not miss a workout. There's not a day that went by that I didn't miss a meal.
That's what it takes. You know,
it sounds fucking crazy, but literally that's what it fucking takes, dude.
Right. Because, you know, I'll even see people in the back of my mind, because I have no ambition to be the best in the world. And I go to the gym to lift weights. Yeah. Like for me, the best in the world is I have my bar set, like to be successful in this business and to live a comfortable life. Like I have no ambition to be the best, but you're right. A lot of people will throw out that term. I'm going to be the best at X, Y, Z. And I know bodybuilders that say, you know, this is my year, man. I'm going to go get my pro card. I'm going to be the best, blah, 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 blah. But then I see them in the gym and they're working out, but then they're also goofing around and, you know, going on. It's like you can see someone who's like, have you ever seen Chris Gethin in the gym? Like before he does his video series, but like when Chris Gethin is in the gym working out, like he is fucking focused. He is dialed in.
Yeah.
And if you try to, because I've seen people approach him while he's working out, like where they're like, oh, fuck, it's Chris Gethin. I got to go say hi. I got to, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, get the fuck out of my face. Mm-hmm. Like I'm in the zone. Yeah. And that's something you shouldn't do. Like I've seen people approach him. He's a very curious guy after his workout. Like when he's leaving, he'll stop and talk to people. But I've seen people approach him in the middle of his workout and he's like, the fuck? Didn't he punch a guy in the face in the gym? We don't want to go back there. But yeah,
I would have done the same thing, Chris. I would have done the same thing. Don't worry.
You can feel that intensity from this individual. And you're like, yeah, that's a world-class dude right there. Like that's a guy that's fucking focused.
Yeah, it's different between working out and training.
Right.
Right? Like you can lollygag all you want in the gym. And they're probably the same people that say this is my year, but they're going out on the weekends.
Right. So it's like... I guess that's I'm not calling anybody out, but it's almost like you can feel it.
It's okay, dude. I'm not bastardizing. Like, I'm not saying that like, okay, like that's okay to do. If you want to go out on the weekends, if you just want to work out, have fun in the gym, whatever, dude. But there's a difference when you say, I want to be the best. Like, no, you don't. You don't want to be the best because you're not doing what it is required to be the best.
Yeah. Like you said,
people have this like, you know, we talked about Stacy about it too, and it was like because everything is at the palm of your hands, you can get it right now, instantaneously, right? People forget what it takes to be the fucking that best because they think it's easy.
Right,
dude. It's not like, dude.
And that's the thing though. But it doesn't just fall into powerlifting and bodybuilding, like you said. It's everything.
No, it takes everything.
Right now, in our society, it's people are so. People are so entitled and they just look for those quick victories. Yeah. And, you know, and it sucks. Like people are not willing to do the work. Like even in business, I've always told people my philosophy, and it sucks growing up through business when you interview this person and they're interviewing for like the next level up.
Yeah.
And you ask them, you know, why are you that person? they don't have an answer, okay, then I'll ask them, what are you doing now to show me that you've earned this spot? Like, what are you doing now to prove to us that you can do this job?
Yeah.
And I hate this answer, but it's been given to me multiple times, is when, well, I really haven't done much else because I haven't been compensated for it. Like, once you start compensating me, then I'll start doing the job. It's like, no, bullshit. Fuck you. I hate that answer.
Yeah.
Like, for me, that's how I got promoted. Like, dude, I became a GM of my own store at the age of 22. I was like one of the youngest GMs in this company. And the way I got there is because I always wanted to learn my boss's job. So any free chance I had, it's like, hey, let me take on this responsibility. Let me learn what you're doing. So when that position opened up, there's a no-brainer. Like, fuck, he already knows how to do it. He's already been doing it. Move him up. I did that even in the military. In the military, it's like, dude, I wanted to know everything. I wanted to, like, let me absorb.
Yeah.
And I was fast-tracked. That's how I made it to sergeant within 2 years. That's how I made it to staff sergeant within 4 years. That's the fastest you can get to those positions because I always did whatever I could.
Yeah.
And so we just don't have that same mentality with people these days. People want to be compensated first before they want to put in the work. You can put in the work beforehand.
Yeah.
And I've tried to explain it to people from the aspect of bodybuilding too. It's like, if that's your mentality, then you're not going to go step on stage at a bodybuilding show and never have worked out. Be like, well, give me the first place trophy first. Then I'll go put in the work, right?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work. You put in the fucking work, then you get the reward.
Yeah. I mean, when you sit down with people, everyone thinks they're in the top probably 10% of whatever it
because
is,
of
right?
their self-talk. Like you've already talked, like that's what they've been, they think they're the best, but.
If I were to sit down with you, and again, I think this talk can go for any aspect, and that's why I wanted to bleed, because I think powerlifting and working out can bleed, like the aspects that you take from that can bleed into different aspects of your life.
Personal,
if you talk to someone and you sat down and you just, let's take Stacy's example. You're like, oh, so you want to be this? This is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to give me 5 years. Mm-hmm. Every single day is going to be the same thing. You're going to have to fucking put 100% every single day in. You can't go out. You can talk to friends, but like you have to be by bed. You have to be to sleep by 9 o'clock. You're waking up at 8. Same meals every day, drinking a gallon of water a day. You're not drinking. Like, you're kind of isolated because you're away from your family. Mm-hmm. Like, this is what it takes. Sign this contract, 5 years. Are you willing to put in the work? Because this is what it takes.
Right.
Who's going to sign that? Who's going to do that? Again, one person.
1%.
One person. Yeah. And there's those people in every field. And granted, not everybody wants to be the best. That's cool. It's whatever, dude. But there are motherfuckers that do, and this is what they're doing. This is what it takes. And people hear that and like, what? Like, you didn't miss a meal? You didn't miss a training session for anything? Nothing. Didn't matter holiday, didn't matter if you were fucking sick, didn't matter if whatever. She's like, no, I didn't miss for 5 years. Didn't matter.
Insane.
I figured it out. That's how bad she wanted it. And that's how bad some of these motherfuckers want it, dude. People in there, dude, that's, you know? But you got to hear this because there's also other people that have these unrealistic, like, dreams that they want to be that way. And I'm not here to fucking crush your dreams.
Yeah, no.
You know? But I'm here to show you that, like,
there has to be reality.
And this is what it takes.
Right.
Like, okay.
Damn. Yeah, that's good. Man, I wish I would have been. She looks impressive.
She's awesome. She's really good people. Like, she was really cool to talk to. Really intelligent. Really well spoken. Like, really fucking motivating, dude. I want to get out of my chair and be like, dude, let's fucking go take on the world. Let's go.
Yeah. So she has a podcast too, the Champion Mindset.
Yeah, she talks about mindset a lot.
I mean, that's a lot of it, though. Dude, mindset and anything, you know, you listen to, goddamn, what's his name?
Goggins.
Yeah. You know, a lot of it's mindset. It's mindset over physicality.
Yeah.
Military, too. Like, the shit they would put you through to try and break you.
Dude, that's the biggest thing.
It was mental.
Like, I talked to my buddy who is TACP, he's Special Forces, and he's a bad motherfucker, dude. I lived with him for a while. And he he's like 220 pounds, could fucking deadlift like 500 pounds, but could go on like 10-mile runs, dude. Like just a specimen. And he was telling me about his selection. And basically he was out of Gowan. He was National Guard, but there was a slot opening up that he to go active duty again, TAC P, but for Special Forces. He would be attached to SEALs, Rangers, whatever it was. Yeah. And their unit was like, yeah, we've had people come and do this, but no one's ever gotten it before. So they were like kind of talking him down about it. He's like, I'm going to do it. He's like, I'm fucking making it. And he told me about this fucking ruck march, dude. And it was like a 30-mile ruck march run, basically, and they're timing you at every interval. And like he got like he literally pushed his body to the point of failure. Like he fucking fell, smashed his face into the ground, and one of the cadre came over and was like, quit right now. You can fucking, like, you're done. And he's like, I'm not fucking done. I'm not fucking quitting. And he was like crawling, he was telling me. Like, just in the medic is like, you can quit. Like, we can get you like some hydration, like water and stuff. He's like, I'm not fucking quitting. He's like fucking crawling, and he walked the rest of the way. Like, he's like, I'm not quitting. I'm not telling you I'm quitting, but I'm going to finish this shit. And I might not make the interval times, but I'm not fucking quitting. The next day he got called in by the commander, and he's like, I'm fucking done, dude. I'm done. Because that was the last big like check mark, basically. And he didn't make the time. He's like, this is my time, dude. And the commander was like, he's like, dude, we can get you up to speed on, like, we can make you a better athlete. He's like, I can't teach you mindset. He's like, you're in. And he fucking got it because he didn't fucking quit.
He didn't quit.
Dude, mindset, dude. He said it was all about, more or less it was mindset. Like, I can get you to swim better. I can get you to run faster. I can't get you to, like, not fucking quit, dude, when your body is literally failing.
Damn.
Yeah, that was fucking, it's cool.
Yeah, we've all been there. I know when we did the 100-mile ruck, and Spencer was here. Spencer finished it.
Yeah.
And I made it to mile 80 and tapped out, and I wish I wouldn't have. But I felt like that. But I know a lot of it, looking back on it, was my mind. My feet were so badly blistered.
Yeah.
And bleeding, but I could have made it, right?
Yeah.
Like, the feet wouldn't have killed me. Like, I wouldn't have died at the end of the day. I would have been in a lot of pain, a lot more pain than I was already in. Yeah. But that's what it was. It was the pain had set in so deep in my mind that's like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
I only had 20 miles left to go.
Yeah, that's what.
Thinking back on it, it sucks.
1/4?
1/4. I was done at 50. Like, at 50, I was like, fuck, my back was hurting. My body, like, I'm done. I made it to 80, and I was like, I'm truly done. But at that point, like, I was barely walking. I was taking baby steps, and I was so depleted. So I think if we would have had the right stuff, like IVs and stuff there, pump some more fluids in me. But looking back on it, I wish I would have pushed even further.
It's crazy, dude. Mindset is so, you don't think about it that much.
No.
At least I don't think about it that much. I should.
No.
You know?
Yeah, and it's easy to see, like I said, so that was 80 miles. And I remember in the military, the longest ruck we did was 24. And I crushed that. But I remember people tapping out on that, and I was like, God.
Well, ruck is mostly mindset.
Ruck is mostly mindset, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even the 24 one, my feet were bleeding, but you can deal with so much of the pain.
Yeah.
And, dude, but I remember when they did the 24-mile ruck march in the military, like, anybody who comes in under 8 hours, you get a 4-day pass. It's like, fuck. Like, that was motivation. That helped accelerate my mindset.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, let's go.
Ladies, baby.
So I made it, 7 hours, 15 minutes. I was done.
Damn.
I was like, I got my 4-day weekend. But then you hear, like, all these people tapped out, didn't even complete it. And what sucks for the people that didn't complete it, they had to do it again. Was
this basic or AIT, or was this advanced?
No, this was at my unit.
Ah.
So they had, because we were considered like not an infantry unit, but we were a response unit.
Yeah.
So dismount patrol unit. So that was one of the things that the brigade had come down with if we were going to be doing dismounted patrols, which I understand now. So we had to do a 24-mile ruck march, because when we hit Afghanistan, that's something that we couldn't plan for, was the elevation. and climbing up these mountains. And I remember our first day, like, dude, it was our first week in Afghanistan after we took rockets, and like, we got to go up that mountain. They're firing rockets at us from up there. It's Taliban Mountain.
Yeah.
And it didn't look that big. I was like, okay, it was far away in the distance. It took you about 3 hours to get to the mountain. So that was with you packing to the mountain, and that was to get to the base. Then you had to go up.
God damn.
And when we got up, I remember that first time we were all sucking wind, and it took us like 3 hours to get to the top. And we had to stop and take breaks because we were just gassed. And then by the end of that deployment, though, by the time it took us to get from the base to the base of that mountain and get up to the top, we could get up to the top of it in half an hour. Like, we were screaming.
Fucking smoking that shit.
Like, we would go nonstop, and we'd be running part way up it, you know. So when they're firing rockets at you from up there, it's like, you got to get up there quick.
Get after
it. You can't get the MATVs up there. So it's like, by the time we were fucking.
Damn.
I had pictures of me, like, when we first got to Afghanistan, I think because we knew we were deploying, so I was eating healthy.
Yeah.
A lot of us were like, fuck it, we're going to be in Afghanistan for a year, so we're drinking, we're eating healthy.
Yeah.
Eating more than healthy. And I was 230.
Ooh.
Yeah, first day in Afghanistan. When I got back, I think I was 195.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to cut all that shit off going up mountains.
Yeah, lots of mindset stuff today. It was good chat. You know, dude, and that's what we have a guy that we're going to be bringing on, Peter, and he's interviewed like Mike Tyson. He's done podcasts with like Sammy Gravano. Right? Huh?
Goggins was on his podcast.
Goggins, he was one of the last guys to interview Goggins before he stopped doing interviews. Like,
he's not doing interviews anymore.
No, he'll only do podcasts with like Rogan and. But he at one point he was, you know, talking just to anybody, whoever. It was just getting his name out there.
Yeah.
So he was one of the last guys to interview Goggins. He's interviewed Jocko.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So he's had some really good podcasts, but an entrepreneur mindset, that's like what his whole thing is. He helps young entrepreneurs grow their businesses. In his podcast, he has like 530,000 followers on Instagram. And
nice.
Ironically, how we met, he's buying my truck. Because I'm getting a Raptor.
Yeah.
I'm finally getting my dream truck. Finally.
Is that your dream truck?
Finally, yeah. Oh, dude. I've wanted a matte black Raptor. Matte black Raptor.
Say that fast.
Matte black Raptor. Yeah, that's been my dream truck. So, finally getting one.
There you go.
That's why I bought that F-150. I was like, it's as close as...
Kind of close, yeah.
Yeah, I put it's got the wheels on. It's got the fender flares. Like, kind of looks like a Raptor.
Yeah. So it's going to be black on black? Matte black.
No, I want a matte black. This one's not. It's black.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the guy, interestingly enough, dude, and when he came in here, it was so funny because he came in, he's looking at the truck, and me and him clicked like right away. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
And we were talking BS, and he comes in here, and he was like, "You guys do fucking podcasts?" I was like, "Yeah, man. Yeah." He's like, "This is a sick setup." He's like, I do podcasts. And I was like, okay, cool.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, cool. And then he pulls up his podcast. I was like, God damn.
Oh, fuck. Good. Never mind.
Like, you're on like
dude.
next level podcast, bro.
Yeah.
And so, but I talked to him and I was like, hey, if I'm selling you this truck and I'm giving you a deal on it, you're going to come on our podcast, right? He's like, fuck yeah, let's do it, man. But he has pictures. He shared them the other day on his Instagram of him and Mike Tyson. I was like, oh, fuck.
Fucking crazy, dude.
Mike's just a
animal.
Dude, he's just
fucking
huge.
Specimen, dude.
He's got just a giant head. Giant head of a human being. But so yeah, it'd be cool to have Peter on and be able to talk through like his podcast and like who he's talked to and what that was like.
Yeah,
like I just, after seeing that podcast with Mike Tyson that I showed you, where he just that switch flipped, it was just tension. It just felt scary.
Yeah,
like I can only. And even the dude that was talking to me was like, I want to leave here right now.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, how do I get out of here? But how do you, I just want to feel that, like to be in that room and feel that dude's like
energy. I guarantee he walks into a room and everyone's just like,
fuck,
that's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's Mike Tyson.
You know?
Yeah.
The baddest motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 years ago, he was the baddest motherfucker to walk the planet.
I think he still is. I think he's still up there, dude.
The weed is dull, like just giving him a little bit of like relaxation, but he still will kill anyone, dude.
Man, yeah, if you guys get a chance to watch, there's like a 3-minute clip of Mike Tyson, though, and yeah, they were smoking weed to try and chill him out.
Yeah.
But someone brought up, they mentioned to him in the interview, while they're having this podcast and everything was going fine, they're smoking weed, and the guy's like, he's like, Mike, you're pretty cool, man. He's like, I never would have felt that like you were this soft. And Mike did not like that, like being called soft.
No.
You saw it just switch. And he's just sitting there like staring at the guy. And all of a sudden he's like, you don't fucking know me. And he starts punching the table.
Break the table, dude.
Holy shit. And it was scary. Like it shows these people and also what did Mike say? He was like, I am an alternate universe specimen. My dick is your, and like he just started,
like, whoa.
And the dude's just looking at him like, what the fuck?
Like, no, Mike, I didn't mean it like that.
He's like, fuck you, bitch.
yeah, exactly.
I'll fight you at Thanksgiving dinner and make your parents.
Was he saying like he was gonna fuck his mom while he was fighting?
Dude, I don't know.
Something ridiculous.
He went crazy, but dude, you could just feel the tension. Just watch it. It was uncomfortable for me just watching that video. Like, oh fuck, like.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine what it's like to be in that room and physically feel it. Feel his energy coming at you.
Bad motherfucker. Mike Tyson, dude. That's, I mean, again, world champion. Like, if you go down his upbringing and how he became a world champion.
What was it?
It's dark as fuck, dude.
Yeah, he stole some other kid's, I forget if it was his bike or whatever. Mm-hmm. At 13, he stole this other kid's bike. The kid's dad confronted him, and Mike knocked him out. At 13, knocked the dad out. Shit. That's a crazy motherfucker.
He was bred to be a fucking king of the pain. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, the unraveling, though, you know?
Yeah.
But anyways,
that's it, I think. You got anything else, stand on?
No, and we didn't read comments. I apologize, guys. I've fallen behind on that.
We got into it.
Yeah, we jumped right into it.
Yeah.
Let's see if we have any comments.
Oh, free agency starts tomorrow, too.
What happened?
Free agency, football.
Football.
The NFL. I know, if anyone cares.
What's that? Who's going into free agency?
A lot of people. Kirk Cousins going into free agency. Russell Wilson's going into free agency.
Yeah, we knew that.
Jerry Jeudy just got signed to the Cleveland Browns.
Who?
Jerry Jeudy, the wide receiver for Denver. He was on Alabama. He's one of the best wide receivers in college football.
Okay.
Used to be. He was a first-round draft pick. Got traded to the Cleveland Browns this weekend.
Oh. Kerry will be happy about that.
Derrick Henry might be somewhere.
Derrick Henry?
He might be leaving the Titans. Yeah, there's some big.
That's about all they.
Mac Jones.
It's like their whole team.
Yeah, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones?
Mac Jones got traded today.
Shut the fuck up.
To the Jaguars, which is kind of interesting.
Mac Jones, yeah, dude, he's like their star defensive end.
No, Mac Jones, the quarterback.
Oh, Mac Jones. Never mind.
Yeah.
God damn.
No.
Who am I? I'm thinking about Chris Jones.
Yeah. He just got re-signed to the biggest deal, and he's the highest paid defensive tackle or defensive end in the NFL right now.
Yeah, who cares about Mac Jones?
I think it was 5 years, $98 million guaranteed. $98 million guaranteed.
Fucking way. Whew. A lot of money, man. A lot of money to be had in the sport.
Dude, good for them.
Yeah, earn their way. I was going to log in and read comments, but it looks like I'm locked out of YouTube, so
cool.
Not sure what's going on there.
Even better.
But for you people out there, what homework do we have for them? Let's talk about championship mindset.
Yeah. Did that resonate with you? Do you feel like you have a championship mindset?
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know where championship mindset has helped you reach another level.
Yeah, or what you think goes on into a championship mindset.
I like it. Yeah. All right, people, thanks for tuning in to another episode. We'll be back with you again next week. We appreciate it.
As always, peace.
Black Sheep out.